You are looking live at Road America. We are making our final preparations for the 5th race of the Grainger Truck Series season. We are very closely coming up to the halfway point of the season, but this is round 5, the Jelly Belly 100 at Road America. Jacques Rigel, road course specialist, on the pole for Angiato. Alongside him will be Jared Bedard, another road course specialist, and Benedict Verda the 4th. Also one to take well to the road courses. Do we think that it's really going to be these three, or do we think that other trucks will be able to get up here and battle for this win?
I think Road America is a bit more of a lottery compared to other road courses where you can kind of get some front runners who head out front early on and then kind of stay there. I think it's a bit more unpredictable in Road America. You can easily, especially with strategy, we saw last year in trucks and APS, there was fuel mileage and other strategical elements that came into it. So I don't know if it's for sure that we're going to see the likes of Rigel and Bedard up front come even lap 2 or 3. It's a very volatile racetrack, especially when the pack is bunched up.
That's the thing with Road America, too, is that it's a long track. It's a long lap. A lot can go wrong, and frankly, if there's a yellow, it's going to take away race time extremely fast. And I think the drivers are aware of that, so it adds a little bit more, apprehension coming into this race.
Certainly. And on the race weekend where Fleur-de-Lis Motorsports got announced as the new satellite partner of Daytona Motorsports, Don Falconer, who's currently the hottest prospect from that team, qualifies at least decently, as all of the other main championship contenders we've seen so far this season, the likes of Derek Petty and Freya Eridater, Chris Martins as well, are at the back. So what do we think about Falconer's chances to, I guess, not only cut into the lead, but potentially walk out of Road America as our GTS points leader?
Well, Falconer showed a lot of talent, or showed his talent, I should say, when he drove the 2 for Daytona Motorsports in Cup at Cape Cod. Ran really well considering the circumstances he had in that race, and he's bolstered that with good outings in qualifying in both the GTS and the ANCS this weekend already. And I think as well that satellite deal, is the first of what could be quite a long tenure between Falconer and Fleur-de-Lis and Daytona Motorsports. I think clearly they both see something in him, which I think everyone else is starting to see now. So it's a really great opportunity for Falconer, who going into this season was maybe number 2 at Fleur-de-Lis to Kitson, but that has very much shifted. And he is a road course specialist. A good result today, he could easily come out with a decent points lead.
All right.
I don't really have anything else to say on that one. So.
All right. And our final story we'll cover is Arthur Anulu making his return to USARC competition. Ran a few races in the first USARC season, but was completely absent in Season 2, is back here in the trucks in Season 3. Actually attempted last week at Memphis, but failed to qualify. But the Circuit City 32 for this weekend is in the field. I suppose it's just good to see him back, and do we have any, expectations?
Well, the qualifying was very strong, that's for sure. But as a I want to say a new team, but he's already had quite a broad history in USARC, shall we say. He's one of the very first teams that appeared in Season 1. I believe made his debut at Old Spice when we used to race there, amazingly. So I don't think there is much expectation, although this is a very promising start of a good qualifying after that D&Q last week. So I think the truck series is very open at the moment, especially to these new teams. Very accessible. You can already see a few new teams with decent qualifying positions as well around the 32. So I think for this team it's going to be low expectations. They're just going to have fun this season.
All right. So that will conclude our pre-race coverage here ahead of the Jelly Belly 100. We will take you to the starting command, and then likely through the pace lap, and then the green flag. We are back here at Road America. The starting command is just a few moments away now. And there's the command. 42 trucks will roar to life, and we're actually going to cut ahead to the end of the pace lap because Road America is quite a long track, as we said. So we'll bring you when we're closer to green flag action here at Road America. We are back here at Road America now. Trucks just exited Canada Corner. As we said, Jacques Rigel, Jared Bedard, Benedict Murdo, Gretchen Hasselhoff for Fingai Saitomi Motorsports, and then the two FSR trucks of Mika Papega and Seth Morgan. Those are your top 6 as we get ready for the green flag. Through the final corner, Pace Truck is going to peel onto pit road, and we just have the hill to crest to the start-finish line. The 14 of Rigel, the 76 of Bedard. Who's going to get the better launch into turn 1? Here we go. The Jelly Belly 100
now.
The Jelly Belly 100 is green. We are racing.
Yeah, as I said, advantage Bedard considering turn 1's at his apex, but Rigel is looking. I think Rigel got the better launch.
And Dylan Velazquez is going to put it 3 wide into turn 1. Rigel's going to survive, and Murdo actually had a look there. Velazquez going to have to back out after that 3 wide move. And Bedard really did not get away well.
Out.
As here comes Hasselhoff.
Very good move by Hasselhoff there. That was perfectly timed going into 3.
And it's the 2 Cup regulars pulling away early on. Bedard trying to give chase, but he's already been held up through that manoeuvre by Hasselhoff.
Bedard able to clear as Murdo now hounding the back of the 14 of Rigel as we head into our first heavy braking zone. This is where we can see some problems as we're going to go 3 wide in the back. That's Ayers sporting some new colors, Raven and Will Parrish. And it looks like that we've survived all clean so far, but maybe that might not last for too much longer as we're still 3 wide. They're going to have to sort this out quickly.
Oh, Parrish really towing the line there. He got very close to going off twice.
And it is the 5 truck that will back out of it.
Very smart move there. You don't want to risk it.
Oh, truck off. That was Evan Marici taking a trip through the grass.
At the 8 running wide.
It's going to
be tricky through the carousel.
3 wide through the carousel between Clockman 1, Arthur Honolulu, and Brandon Haynes. But we're going to keep it together. So far, the first lap still all green. And it is Rigel now with a comfortable lead over Benedict Murdo.
So he's just got to ease into it now. Into Canada Corner, and they go up through the section known as Thunder Valley, under the bridge. Very treacherous section.
As Fitzwater making his second GTS start, trying to make a move around the outside of Velazquez, and that's going to be move booked in for the 45. So all 3 full send cars now inside this top 10. As looking down the order, close moment there between that was Haynes and I believe Honolulu. But we have kept it clean for the first lap of 12 here in the Jelly Belly 100. And Rigel with a second lead out front over Benedict Murdo.
Yeah, he's just got to find a good rhythm now, and Murdo will be doing the same. They're both, come from a European road racing background. This is their bread and butter. And they're doing it in a field with less experience. So I think for both of them, the desire is that they can go green a long way in here and have a fairly uninterrupted race, easy with the strategy, and just pull away from everyone else.
I also think it's interesting or helpful to note that Rigel has raced here before. He's run in American open wheel cars here before in the past. Obviously a much different type of vehicle, but track knowledge definitely helps.
Absolutely.
And obviously these two contested both the Season 1 and Season 2 APCS events here, though I believe for both of them it's their first time around here in the trucks. I do not believe Murdo ran the truck race here last season.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is Rigel's first truck start in general.
His second. He ran South Boston earlier.
Oh, okay.
As, Rigel a bit wide there through the carousel. That's going to allow...
He's going to lose momentum.
That's going to allow Murdo to catch up, and Bedard also looked like he followed his, the 14's line, and Hasselhoff closing up a little bit. trying to maybe take third for a Fingai Saitomi team that has really struggled. Not so much here, but certainly in the ANCS with owner-driver Jeffrey Fingai. Hasselhoff trying to deliver the team a good result.
Oh, he's got a mirror full of Papega right behind.
Just behind Papega is Seth Morgan and then Fitzwatt. Only just
no,
noticed
it's Velasquez.
Oh no, not anymore. So he's got back around the 45, but still a good day nonetheless early on for Full Send Racing, which is good for a truck program which lacks a little bit of consistency.
Yeah, they've had some issues, but this is a good place to get those issues sorted out and get a strong run in. All you need is just that one race to turn a season around.
And speaking of just needing to turn the season around, Benedict Murdo has done basically just that this season so far in USARC after a very rough season 2, and he has closed up big time on Jacques Rigel that last lap. Could maybe think about shaping up a move in a lap or two.
Yeah, Rigel is definitely a watched man right now.
I think Murdo's not as patient as that to wait a lap or two. He's already closed up. I would estimate just visually, he's closed that gap by about half over the past lap or so, although Rigel's had a good middle section of the track here, and I think he's pulled out again slightly. But if Murdo has the opportunity, he will absolutely see that. He was on a move heading into turn 3 before he lost his run. But still, yeah, all for now, these two keeping it clean and fairly orderly up front.
As we look back down through the order, Skylar Taylor piecing together a good run so far for Joe Zeller Racing. Not necessarily a road course specialist, but still a good run for that 64 team nonetheless. As here's Jacob Foster in the 03. His first start since Daytona this season. It's been a long spell for him of D&Qs in the GTS, and that streak unfortunately continuing for his APS efforts, still yet to make a start there. But he's actually running all right, doing battle with William Ayers. I think this is just on the fringes of the top 20. So a good run going so far for the Foster 03.
Well, Ayers with a very opportunistic lunge there down the inside of the 5 of Will Parrish. You can see that nearly identical number 85, Brandon Smith, just in front as well. A decent day so far for RJ Alvo. Ayers will be looking for a little bit more, given his win at South Boston. Hopefully, able to turn that into a bit of a title challenge. But for now, just having to bide his time. Only a quarter of the way through here, although those laps will fly by fast, especially as a few cars running wide, especially if we see a yellow or two.
Ayers almost dipped a wheel
and
there.
Foster's gone deep. That's going to allow Davenport to have a shot at the 03.
I think Jones is under some pressure as well there from the 58.
Yeah, it's Zachary DeLello in the 58. DT Jones, definitely one of the big storylines after D&Qing Memphis. That 3-seat was starting to get a bit hot, and he is delivering at least good enough to keep it for a bit longer by making the field and running all right, also just on the fringes of the top 20. But still, this truck is far cry from where Roberto Crown Jr. was putting it last season.
I mean, that truck won the championship. It's a very fast truck, so the bare minimum is far above making races, I think.
Oh, definitely. You know, if it's the championship winning truck and you're not qualifying for races the season after, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the team. It's embarrassing for the people who work on the car or the truck. And it's even more embarrassing for the driver. You know, DT Jones isn't a bad driver by any stretch of the imagination. By all accounts, he should be making races. But unfortunately, outside issues have played a role, and he's not been able to.
As we plunge into Canada Corner, one of the, I guess, more infamous corners in USARC lore, if you cast your mind back to the Season 1 event here. As we look back up through the field, no change at the front. Murdo still just kind of keeping tabs on Rigel, not necessarily close enough to make a move yet.
I will say, though, these two are gone.
Yeah,
Wow.
5 seconds.
5
wow.
seconds on Jared Bedard.
They are schooling the field right now, the much less experienced field, very easily.
It's not hard to see why. I mean, these two, this is, like you said earlier, this is their wheelhouse. This is the type of racing they've driven their entire lives. So it's not too shocking that they're pulling away like this.
I think another interesting point, which I didn't make earlier, is these guys are used to driving cars, especially even on road courses, in ANCS and APS with a lot more power. Murdo has a
Murdo
look.
thought about a look there. That would have been an unconventional
yeah.
spot. I think he's caught Rigel out, though. Oh, but
Rigel's going to close the door!
just able to stay ahead of Murdo. I think he kind of spooked the 14 there for a second. But Rigel able to recover nicely and hold the lead.
Now through the carousel.
Oh,
Murdo gonna
14
try
a
to send it in.
bit wider.
Yeah, Rigel went wide.
Bit hesitant compared to the 00.
Yeah,
you
Murdo's
know-
going to be alongside as we head toward the kink.
Oh,
I think he's going to
I think Rigel's going to keep the door shut.
I think Murdo kind of wisely backed out of that one.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to risk it.
Yeah, I think
But
he
once
needs
they come into
momentum on the
Canada
inside.
corner, there might be a chance. He's not going to get it. Now let's see how they go through Thunder Valley, because Rigel could misstep through there. Oh, looks like he'll be alright. Both of them went through very good.
And I think Rigel's going to live to see another lap in the lead of this race, but Murdo definitely showing his hand, proving that he's not afraid to make a move as we reach the halfway point here at Road America.
I'm just curious to see what that gap's going to look like. Another lap gone by. It's 5.2 last lap, and they only gained a tenth on that lap. But to be fair, they were side by side for portions of it. As Papega and Hasselhoff now side by side.
Papega trying to make the move as Zachary Fitzwater has
easy.
joined the
Something
conversation.
happened to Seth Morgan.
Something has happened to Seth Morgan, actually. Where is the
10.
Ford truck?
No, I think we missed him. I just think he's lost a lot of positions.
Oh, yeah, there
There
he
he
is. I wonder
Oh,
if
I see
he's
him
had an off potentially at Canada. Definitely that corner's been catching out USARC drivers since we've been coming here. But certainly something's gone wrong with Seth Morgan. As yeah, he is out of the top 10 now, and it's Papega and Fitzwater flying the flag for full send. Papega trying to seal the deal on this move on Hasselhoff.
Oh, he got squeezed there by the 9.
Yeah.
Really gave himself a wide exit.
I think
Now
Papega
Hasselhoff's going to be Fitz's problem.
is clear, and now Fitzwater,
I think Papega's clear there.
gonna set to work, but
Whoa!
missed the corner. That's gonna open the door for Velasquez.
And Taylor as well, maybe.
Yeah, oh wait. Trying to hang it around the outside of the carousel. This is an unorthodox spot if he can pull it off, which he will not. And they're going to be side by side into the kink. Someone's going to need to back out of this, or we could have problems. Wow.
Oh, very nearly had problems, but now the 45 of Fitzwater dropping like a rock.
Lost a ton of momentum there, and really textbook move from the second truck, Skylar Taylor. I mean, we've seen how aggressive they can be on other track types, and proving they're just as aggressive here on the road courses. Just looking back ahead,
Oh,
Murdo. Oh, Rigel down pit
Oh,
road.
okay.
All right, pit stops are starting.
This should be interesting to watch
Rigel,
and see what happens.
Bedard, Hasselhoff, Falconer, Morgan are really the only lead trucks coming down. Most of the field staying out. Raven is also down.
If these guys pitting take tyres, then it's an easy undercut.
We're going to see the 14 pulls
See
in.
how-
Yeah, up on the jacks. There are going to be at least 2 tires on the 14 truck. We'll see if they take 4. Doesn't look like it. It is going to be 2 tires the call
Right.
for Jacques Rigel. And I think that seems to be the favorite call from Bedard, Falconer, Hasselhoff, this whole group. It is going to be 2 tires.
It'd be interesting to see what that holds for them then.
Over to you,
Didn't look
Benedict
like it was a
Murdo.
terribly long stop either.
No, I think what the 00 needs now, because he's going to have Rigel, who's going to have half a lap on fresher tyres and a chance to have warmer tyres when they both meet each other again out on the track. He will lose position, or sorry, not lose position, lose ground on the 14. The best scenario now for Benedict Murdo is a caution. And it's almost uncharacteristic that we've gone this long without one at Road America.
It's been a very clean race so far. I guess not necessarily clean, but we've at least avoided incident, as Rigel has gotten out before this sort of back half of the field.
Yeah, Bedard and Hasselhoff and Falconer are all out with this traffic in front of them.
As there's points leader Tegan Fox. I mean, did not qualify well. She's definitely not a road ringer, and this is going to put a huge dent into what was shaping up to be potentially a strong challenge. It's not going to be a good day today, I think, really, regardless of outcome. As there's Murdo in pit road.
I think Papega also follows, or...
Papega's going to follow, Velasquez is going to follow. I'm imagining we're going to see most of the field down. Smith, 1, Fitzwater. Does anyone stay out a second lap,
here they
though,
all come.
is the question.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it does not look like it. I think everyone is going to come down.
I think the green flag running's played into everyone's hands fairly well.
And
because
Murdo,
it just
once
means
again,
that stop halfway through.
up on the jacks. And fill the truck up with fuel. As I don't think anyone has tried to gamble. Actually, there is one truck. Alexander Rowe has stayed out. Murdo comes out now, and he's actually jumped Rigel.
Wow.
Oh, wow, yeah, he did.
So fair play to the 00 team. The strategy has played into their hands. And
Wouldn't say it's over yet, though. Rigel didn't lose too much ground. There was some time lost, but it wasn't a lot.
He certainly lost track position, though, that's for certain.
Yeah.
But so the 04 of Rowe obviously will eventually cycle out of the lead. I guess I will say so the fuel window, I believe these trucks can do 12.5 laps until the tank completely runs out. Obviously, this is a 12-lap race, which would suggest that you could, hypothetically, stretch it the whole race distance if you really tried to.
But the tyre disadvantage now as well.
The tyre disadvantage would obviously not be very ideal, considering everyone has taken tyres, but I think this 04 team is just throwing a Hail Mary, and we'll see how that works out, as Rigel has really caught the 00 of Murdo.
Like I said, I don't think it was going to be long until he caught up.
I think he's just got to bide his time. I think on the exit the carousel is not a great time to try and make a move.
Might be shaping one up into Canada corner, though, as we head down toward the braking zone. He's going to stay right tucked up.
Oh, he is there.
Here he has a look.
Oh,
I think he just had to back out of that.
Thunder Valley.
And Murdo
It will all be about that final corner and the run down to turn 1 now.
As Rowe peels into the pits, so now this is the battle for the lead. As we take 4 laps to go here at Road America, the winner will almost certainly be one of these two.
Be a great time for a caution, wouldn't it?
As down into turn 1, Murdo with the advantage. Mika Papega some distance behind. I believe it's 6 seconds. I think Murdo definitely had a better section of corners that time around, pulled a little bit of a gap on the 14. I think it means that he won't be able to make a move here.
It's the second sector that Rigel is just so good in.
So you head back up the hill. Oh.
Different lines, interesting.
Yeah, Rigel, I think just trying to fill the mirrors of that 0-0, try to see if he can force him into a mistake, and Rigel sliding his way through the corner. Really trying to push that 14 truck.
You can see the rear axle complaining on exit there with the back end swinging out. He's trying to get the power down when he really didn't ought to be doing it, but he's not lost a lot of time there.
Oh, and Murdo once again can't hit his marks through the carousel as much as he wants. That's going to allow the 14 to have a run now through the kink.
Oh, I think he's had the better run than 0-0. And just like a lap ago, he's going to be right in the bumper heading into Canada corner. The question is this time, does he make a move?
It's not as close as he was last time, so I'd imagine he won't. And he will not, and a bit of a bobble there. Oh, man.
Yeah, you can see it twitch on braking. I think Rigel may have overcooked it just a little bit there.
Andrade fans, I think, had a bit of a PTSD moment there, seeing that kind of bobble from one of their cars into Canada. As the gap, though, remains close. I saw in the background, John Smith the third, name we have not talked about really at all. He is now right on the back of Mika Papega. What a day for the Rebellion Racing crew so far.
I would estimate he's maybe not taken tyres. I don't know, can't exactly recall where he was prior to pit stops, but he's definitely jumped a few places. Well, the 14's right on the back of the 0-0.
He's definitely closer than he was last lap, as we have just 3 laps to go. These laps are really ticked off, and it is still anyone's game, or rather, any of these two's game, because really, Papega, 6 seconds back. Unless these two take each other out, it's going to be one of these two.
Don't jinx it.
So much closer.
Oh, and Rigel's going to try it. He's going to try
it.
And he's ahead, but Murdo's got the run.
For how long? Because Murdo's going to have the corner.
Or does he?
Oh, he's going to make the move. Rigel around the outside.
Wow. What a move.
And he's clear.
Oh, that
incredible.
was fantastic.
That Andrade 14 truck has certainly looked a lot more compliant than Murdo's, especially through this corner of the carousel, and now can Rigel get away?
Gonna want to, but I don't know. Murdo definitely doesn't want to be upstaged like that.
Oh, and Murdo a bit wide there through the kink. As we're going to be coming to 2 laps to go, and Jacques Rigel is very close now to his first career USARC victory. So we head through the final corner. That's a bit deep from Rigel, and that's going to open the door for Murdo again.
To help Murdo.
It'll come from a long way back. And I don't know if the inside line, if Rigel can just actually stick that car on the ideal line heading into turn 1, that might be the better option if Murdo has a look down the inside, but I think he's going to wait.
Murdo's going to exhibit some patience here. Oh, the 0-0 sliding a little bit, beginning to protest as just 2 laps to go.
That just shows you one bad exit of a corner, and you could be in big trouble.
There's also just, with these trucks, not many good passing spots here at Road America, so you're really going to have to make every corner count.
There's a lot of drag with these trucks, and there's less power.
Oh, and Murdo! Too late on the brakes, he had to get out of it.
I mean, he must have been inches from hitting Rigel there.
Terrifying.
And now he's going to have to try to collect it back up and recover as much as he can, because we're coming to the white flag. Murdo's gonna not have that much time to try to get back at the 14.
Yeah, time is absolutely running out.
As I was saying, these trucks have more drag and less power relative to both the APS and the ANCS cars, so you're less reliant on momentum through corners, and it's just harder to overtake when you've not got as much power underneath your right foot, and just got more air being caught up in the car. So I'm not surprised that we've not seen too much overtaking throughout the field. I mean, we've seen enough at the front for it to be a good battle for the win and a decent race overall. We've got one more lap, and Miguel was wide through what was once known as Thunder Valley.
Well, it's still Thunder Valley here. They got the bridge still.
Murdo, not necessarily the best run through the last corner at all.
I think his tyres are cooked.
And Jacques Rigel's going to see the white flag.
You know, that move into turn 5, him going way too late on the brakes, that might have been what sealed the deal.
Probably flat spotted his tyres a little bit, and if you're familiar with British currency, they may look a bit more like a 50p piece at this rate. On the final lap now.
Jacques Rigel just has to drive a clean lap. He just has to hit his marks. And that first career USARC victory that he's been chasing for so long will be his.
And how fitting, really. The driver who comes from Le Mans, the driver who's driven his entire life on road courses, if he can do it these last couple of laps, that first win on a road course, well, that would be icing on the cake, wouldn't it?
It certainly would be for Rigel and this Andrado team, who is, as I've said repeatedly in this broadcast, they've never had the best luck around here at Road America. It certainly, I think, would mean something for the GTS program to get the ball rolling and pick up their first win of the season as well. All he has to do is not overdrive the truck. Alright. Last tricky spot, Canada corner. And Rigel will likely be home free. And he'll navigate it with ease. Jacques Rigel, one of our original drivers from Season 1, still yet to win yet in USARC, is going to round the final corner. The move to Andrado has played out so far in the ANCS, and it will play out for his part-time schedule in the GTS. He takes the hill for the final time. Jacques Rigel is going to be a USARC winner. He takes the Jelly Belly 100 here at Road America. And Mika Papega comes home third, Murdo second, Bedard rounds the top 5. Velazquez there. And there is the rest of the field. Big gap that
they're all spread out.
Rigel and Murdo put on the field.
It just goes to show the levels of performance compared to lesser experienced drivers, and what value that can actually hold. I mean, great drive from both drivers. I think Murdo at the end, I think the truck wasn't with him as much as Rigel's was, and that lock up with a lap and a half to go just sealed it really. He either hits Rigel there, takes them both out, or he resigns to second place. And Rigel, I mean, faultless drive. What can you say?
So we're still waiting for the last few trucks to cross the line, and that is disaster for Tegan Fox. That is dead last. So we're still gonna wait on point calculations, but I think it's fairly set in stone. Tegan Fox is not going to be our GTS points leader heading into Pikes Peak. He's got damage on that truck.
Interesting.
So
I would estimate it's between Taylor and Faulkner at the moment.
It's probably one of those two, yeah.
They should want to see what happens there. What caused that?
I mean, if I had to guess, it was a moment wide somewhere that went a bit wrong. Clearly, USARC officials didn't see the need for a caution, and that let us have that great battle between Jacques Rigel and Benedict Murdo that will result in victory to the 14 truck, and Jacques Rigel's first career win. Running through the full finishing results, Rigel and Murdo, then Papega, John Smith III, J.R. Bedard, Dylan Velasquez, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Evan Marici, Gretchen Hasselhoff, and Don Falconer, the top 10. Then Brandon Haynes, a great drive to come home 11th, followed by Skylar Taylor, Clockman 1, Cameron Lopez, Seth Morgan ends up only 15th. Jacob Foster in the top 20 was 16th, great run for him. Same with DT Jones in 17th. Then Zachary DeLello, Yekatuna Suleimanova, and the 82 of Jeremy Frey around the top 20. Then it's Will Parrish, William Ayers, Brandon Smith, Wyatt Wilkinson, Charlie Davenport, Freya Era-Daughter, then Mina Truex, Arthur Anulu, then Justin Henley and Patrick Raven, the top 30. Kityusha Tarasova, Alexander Rowe, Chris Martins, Hallie Anderson Jr., Tucker Rudisill, Nathan Meyer, Derek Petty, Virago Kitson, then the 28 Lucania Rashad and Wayne Hovick, the top 40, and then Corbin Mitchell and Tegan Fox round the finishing order. So do we have any last thoughts here from the Jelly Belly 100?
I think that was one.
Oh, you can go.
Sorry. Oh, thank you. I think that was one of the better races we've seen at Road America and USARC. They tend to be either races full of anguish and chaos, and that was very much not that. It was
They were
clean.
very mature today.
Yeah, they were, especially for the truck series. You know my thoughts on the truck series sometime, but I think overall, a lovely clean race, and it was not just clean, but it was competitive at the front. We didn't really see much else in the field today, but that's a good thing, because it was an interesting battle to the lead all race long, which you can't say that for most races.
Yeah, it was stellar to watch. I mean, these are two great, probably the two best road racers in the series.
I would be inclined to agree,
USARC as a whole. And seeing them battle like that it's a treat. That's what it is. It's a treat. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah, I think
We're so lucky
people.
to see it.
Yeah, people will complain about leeches and whatnot, and that's always valid. But I think this is on one of those occasions where it's actually a huge benefit to be able to watch such a competitive battle between two amazing road racers.
Well, hopefully that served as a good little, appetizer for the rest of the weekend ahead. This is obviously our first weekend with all three series back at the same track since Daytona. So later on will be the Aaron's Pro Series and AutoNation Cup Series taking on this road course here in Elkhart Lake. But until then, thank you for watching the Grainger Truck Series, and we'll be off for a while, but our next action will be at Pikes Peak, the halfway marker in the season. Until then, we'll see you next time.